Wait, hold up. Are you sick today and on early?
No, Kenneth. I tried to take the day off. It's budget season, so they called me in to take care of some budget stuff this morning. And today was gonna be my
Grandpa
R&R day.
says much better.
Much better. Okay.
Big Guy C says, ooh, this is nice.
So this is okay. This is better. Everything sounded okay.
Jason's Adventures says brown bottle flu. Big White Wolf
No.
says, what tar hell? Was expecting you later.
No, White Wolf. I was planning on taking today off, and just kind of recoup from the long weekend. So I kind of half-assed figured I would be streaming this afternoon. If I could get, I wasn't sure if I could get off or not. I got half a day off, so that's better than nothing, I guess. And I'm tired. I'm gonna tell you straight up. It'll be early bedtime for me tonight. Somebody keeps sending me flowers with their heads cut off. I think I'm being stalked. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I hear that.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be.
Two
definitely
Stepping
doing
says
early
another
bedtime tonight.
WTH. Off topic though. Hosting is going away.
Hosting's going away? Oh, on Twitch? I wonder why they're doing that. Why are they getting rid of hosting?
Grandpa says recuperate from the long weekend, i.e. hangover time.
Well,
Two Stepping says on 10 to 3, host mode will be removed from Twitch.
oh wow. No, actually we didn't.
Kenneth says, guess what
No.
mug I got in the mail today, hee hee
What
hee.
mug did you get in the mail today? It was your Oktoberfest. I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess Oktoberfest, Kenneth. And I hope it's as cool as mine is, because I already got one. I'm a gangster.
Yeah, two. They're broke them.
Yeah, I had to.
Two Stepping says I bet a hula mug.
I bet it's an Oktoberfest mug. I'm willing to bet it's gonna be an Oktoberfest mug. Let's see if I can't turn a couple bowls out of this.
Slackatron says greetings Earthlings.
Howdy,
How's everyone today?
What's up, Slacker?
Kenneth says $28 was a little much for it.
For the what?
LMA yells hello.
Hey LMA, what's up, girl?
Big White Wolf says one of those has an interesting check in it, but shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah. This is. We're gonna try to make two bowls. out of
Ishwood
this
says
here.
only been once to the Munich Oktoberfest in my life.
Oh really? I've never been to any of them, so you're already one up on me. You're already one up on me. Ish, how you doing today, bud?
Two Stepping says Hula needs to make himself a stein, turn the mug and whittle the outside. Big White Wolf says that log standing there looks impressive. Big Guy C says thank you.
Hold on. Let's get this camera here. Hey, camera.
LMA says oh just making our way through the States. Mrs. Century says good afternoon Hula.
Hey, Miss Century, how you doing?
Big White Wolf says and of course we have our outstanding mod at Big Guy C.
Yes, we have our outstanding mod, Big IC. Hey, here's another log. This is the other one that we got to tear into.
Goofball says the camera is tired of working.
The camera is tired. I think everybody in this household is pretty damn tired.
Grandpa says I went to Oktoberfest in Hamburg back in the 80s. Took me to the 90s to recover from the hangover.
Is that bad? Is that bad, huh? Well, we're going to do a couple of green turn bowls first. I'm going to try to save as much of this wood as I possibly can because this is really cool wood. We're gonna do
Two
green
Stepping
turn.
says that is gonna one tall bowl there Hula.
It is one tall
Ishwood
bowl.
says slowly trying, my fingertips lack some feeling, so I do hard with woodworking.
I understand
Walking
that.
is okay with a cane, but cannot stand for very long. Overall there is progress. Slackatron says that werewolf stream was a hoot, I lurked through it.
Dude, I enjoyed it, Goof. I enjoyed the fire. Hold on. Slacker. Sorry. That is so quiet.
Grandpa says think giant toothpick, at Chihuahua setting.
Couldn't do that with the old bandsaw, could we? Hey, LMA. Check this out. Look what I just found.
Two Stepping asks that log, guessing from your height, is what, 3 foot?
Yes.
Slackatron says
3 foot 2
LMA's death
inches.
stories were funny. BS yells just here for some good vibes today. I
heard
need
that.
them.
Me too, bud. Look, there's red in this here too, LMA. Oh, hey, by the way, Ruger Crew, if you guys are listening, Hey, Cartoon Man,
Valfera
what's up,
says,
dude?
look at that, he uses the band Saw just as I resub.
Thank you, Val. I appreciate you, dude. Red, how you doing, man? Why is those... God, why does it seem so low? Let me shut this here. We got enough noise.
Danny Burns asks, hi, how's it going?
Hey, Danny Burns, it's good. It's good. A little tired. We're a little on the tired side, but we're good. Let's see here. Why are those...
Two-stepping says, monitor volume bud.
Monitor volume? Does the alert sound okay to y'all?
Creative Kate says, how many times did you die during Werewolves the other night? That was a fun stream.
I'm not sure, to
Rui
be honest
Duval
with
and
you.
I says, I'm good, mate.
I'm not sure.
Good to see you online once
Yeah,
again.
good to see you, Red. I hope
Grump
you're doing
Grandpa
well.
says, breaks out the good
Hey,
vibes
God,
wrist
Turtle, what's up,
rocket and
dude?
Werther's for at BS Woods 22. Two-stepping says, it is the volume that you hear, monitor.
No, I'm hearing your voice two-stepping. I'm hearing the GiftBot alerts. Then I'm hearing the alerts from Streamlabs. They're really lower my ear. I have no special adjustment.
Rui Duval
For
and
just
I
my
says,
ear.
been at the fake IndyCar races this weekend in Zandvoort.
The fake IndyCar? What made them fake IndyCar races? I just don't understand why my alerts.
Because it's Formula One.
Thank you very much.
Goofball says Hula appears to be alerted by the alerts.
I
Big
am.
Guy C says the alerts and all that jazz sound good on my end.
Do they?
BS yells at Grump Grandpa R shoot away. Valfera says doing good bud, pretending to work since someone is on way early. Two-stepping
Pretending to
says
work.
I understand, but what I am saying is your listening volume is low, RTTS is high, etc.
No, your TTS is high in
Goofball
my
says
ear.
it's really alerting. Rui Duval and I asks want more alerts. Grump Grandpa says not real cars.
I just
Bunch
really
of
wanna-
guys running around yelling vroom vroom.
I just gotta get things dialed in. Red, thank you, dude. Fire alarm, clear premises. Oh wait, that's quieter than my. Hold on, let me try something before. Let's do this. I'm turn my headset off. Let me try that again. See if that. Thank you, Red. Just for literally for my ear.
Goofball says I wouldn't listen to that at T-Wa stepping guy. He's probably half deaf by now anyhow.
Don't screw this up.
Rui Duval and I says 14 friggin' months already.
That's crazy,
Two-stepping
Red.
says I am at Goofball. Truly.
Thanks, Brett. I seriously appreciate it. And apologies. I'm trying to keep up and trying to get the sound going at the same time. So y'all, Red, I appreciate you, dude. Thank you so much. I would listen to two-stepping. I can hear the guitar music. Can y'all hear the guitar music? And then my audio, but my alerts aren't going up to the yellow like they always done before. Now they're not doing the yellow thing, which I just don't understand.
Well, thank you very much.
I guess so. We'll roll with it.
Valfera asks there is music.
Yeah, Val, there is music. That right there.
Two-stepping says Hula you volumes are great, within the envelope bud.
Okay.
Were you trying to get crazy with this thing?
Yeah,
Don't you
there
know
is
I'm
music.
not
I keep it
going-
really low, so it doesn't blow everything out. I may just be going crazy. Most likely, I am going crazy. That's probably what it is. See, it's kind of loud there. I'll just leave it right there.
Goofball says I think you aren't going anymore. Two-stepping says I am waiting for Hula to flamenco dance. Valfera asks have you blown the curls out of your ears lately?
Probably not. That's
Spectre
not a
asks
bad
going
idea.
crazy.
Yeah, insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Let's see if we can do some green turn
Ruger
moves.
wife says Ola.
Hey, Miss Ruger, how you doing? Hey, I found some more red, Miss Ruger. I don't know if I'll be able to save it in these bowls, but we're gonna give it a shot.
Two-stepping says oh, Rugers.
9 is 4.5.
Ruger wife yells nice.
We'll see. Hopefully it'll hold on.
Goofball says I think crazy is a location that is no longer a destination that you must travel to.
You think so? You may be right. These are gonna turn really quick. These should turn super duper duper
Val
quick.
Farah says all right, good luck, sir. We'll be in and out due to still having to work for another 3 hours.
All right, Val. Hey, I
Spectre
appreciate
asks,
you, bud.
isn't it Ruger wife, the werewolf peeker?
No, well, she asked. No, I'm gonna be honest. That was a complete mistake because I watched her do it, and she realized what she did. She's like, "Oh shit, that was funny." I had a
Ruger
really.
wife says got you on through speakers so grandma can hear you too.
Oh, let's go, hey grandma.
Parker Z81 says Swift Rage 100.
Parker, what's up, Parker? Thanks, Parker. Cutie with the booty. What up, dude? How you doing, man? Let's get this thing.
Grump Grandpa yells barn.
There ain't no darn
Parker
barn.
AZ81 yells good evening.
Howdy, sir. What you know good?
Goofball says I'm eating a smoked bologna sandwich with homemade potato chips on it. Broken blessed lol.
Oh, broken.
Kenneth says 2-day work week, let's go. Two-stepping says dang that gal is cute.
What is it? Kelly Cakes. Oh yeah.
TGV Outdoors
Oh,
yells
yeah.
Kelly Cakes raid.
Kelly Cakes. What's up, Kelly Cakes? TGV Outdoors.
Get
what's going
cream
on, bud?
delish says Kelly Cakes raid.
Get cream.
BS
hola.
yells so I bought a 1/4 inch spindle fingernail gouge today.
Nice. Nice. Kelly Cakes, how are you doing, girl? What were you doing today in your stream? Howdy, y'all. I'm Sleepy Hula. Yeah, I'm super sleepy today. I have no idea why I'm so damn sleepy, but by God, I am sleepy. Turn it down a little bit right there. Turn that. I don't know what's going on.
My new gouge is a Robert Sorby.
Yeah, that's what I got. I got a Robert Sorby 1/4 inch fingernail gouge.
LMA asks, hey, so did happen to find anything else laying around? Goofball
Did I
asks
have anything
Hula,
else laying
did you
around?
retire or something?
No, goofball. I took another day off. This is really cool when you work at a company for
Get
17.
cream delish says to much werewolf.
Yeah, you work for a company for 17 and a half years, you do get days off. Just say it. Just say it. So I took an extra day off. Well, I tried to. I got called into work this morning for budget. Did I mention how much I love budget? God, I love budget. Kelly Cakes, how was your stream? Thank you so much for that raid. For the new folks here, howdy. My name's
Rui Duval NI says, is that so? Then I have to talk to my manager. Been working there for 18.5 years.
You should be getting some days
Big
off
White
then.
Wolf says I'm looking for a Goldwing sticker.
You better not be
Spectre
looking for a
says,
damn
and when
Goldwing
you're a big
sticker.
shot at the job. Parker AZ81 says, damn, I won't want to wait that long before I get a day off. Kelly Cakes yells, hello, hello. How are you, Hula? Glad to see you streaming.
Hey, Kelly Cakes, good to
Goofball
see
says, I love
you.
my new job and the fact that I can take whenever off without having to keep track of hours.
Ah, that's nice.
Rui
Nice,
Duval
nice.
NI says they don't give days off to the young gods.
Oh, I heard that. You're that needed. Kelly Cakes, we're doing good. How was your stream today? What were you doing today? I want to hear some good stuff. And again, I need one more
Spectre says
reaffirmation.
Hula is a big shot at his job.
I don't know about a big shot, but I got a lot of folks always asking me questions all the damn time. All the time. I'm like, man, I don't know. Why don't you know? Because there's a lot to know, and I don't know it all. Ooh, but everybody come on in, make yourself at home. I'm Sleepy Hula, not fully awake here today.
Kenneth says I work 223 so I get all kinds of days off.
223, so get all kinds of... Nice.
Slackatron says I get paid per job, so I get done early as often as possible.
Ah, gotcha.
Goofball asks Hooli. Kelly
know,
Cake
right?
says stream had a little bit of baking and lots of laughing. It was a good time. Reese's peanut chip chocolate cookies as well as cookies and cream dip.
Yeah, me and
Kenneth
Miss Hooper
says
love
2, 2, 3.
that. 2 on, 2 off, 3 days, 2. You go ahead and explain what is 223? 223 days a year? Work 2, off 2, work 3, off 2, work 2, off 3.
Goofball says I think at Kelly Cakes just spiked my blood sugar with that
I
comment.
know, right?
Parker AZ81 says really wish those in charge would stop asking what to do lol.
I know, right?
LMA says there may or may not be random surprises in the house.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'll tell you what, LMA, I promise you, I
Kenneth
will
says
look.
2 days on, 2 off, 3 days on.
Gotcha. LMA, when I fully get a full night's sleep, because I haven't.
Kelly
we're gonna
Cake
look
says at
forward.
Goofball not sorry unless you have the debitis.
So Kelly Cakes, thank you for the raid. LMA, I'm gonna look for random things around my house with a wife who randomly buys things all the time and tries to tell me.
Kenneth
hey, it's
says
been
so
here
just
forever."
finished 3-day weekend so get 3 days week can't wait.
3 day week. Nice, Kenneth. I got you. I think I'm following. Anything that gets past Monday through Friday and off on the weekends, it gets confusing to me after that. That's I work for an EMS company, but I get Monday through Friday. And then the crews are like, must be nice to be off on Saturdays. Like,
LMAO.
when you fill out that thing called an application and you apply for a certain position, you know what you're working. Don't be getting mad at me because you're working Saturday. This is EMS. You want to watch firefighter shows and be just like them on TV. I get my weekends off. Most of the time. Most of the time. Jelly Cakes, thank you again for the raid. I appreciate it. I wonder what LMA... I got way too many thoughts going through my head at this very moment. So LMA says there's things hidden around the house. There better not be a damn Gold Wing sticker. I'm going to say that out loud. There had better not be a Gold Wing sticker in my house.
Goofball says this music is beautiful, but I feel like I should be eating an echelada and drinking a tequila and crying on some beautiful beach somewhere.
That's not a bad
LMA
idea.
says he 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 he.
It better not be LMA. It better not be a for the love of all that's holy.
Kenneth says I only work 14 days a month, pay every week, so I don't mind it. Slackatron says I'm guessing LMA left some jelly beans somewheres lol.
She may have maybe jelly beans all over. I'll move the
Two
workbench.
Stepping says I think there is several stickers hula.
There's several stickers. Okay, now I'm. All right, let's stop what we're doing. We're gonna look. We're gonna look. Nothing new there.
Goofball says you really can't see it hula. It's right there. Look, right there.
So I see Miss Rugerwife's name on here.
BS
Ruger's
yells
name
I
on
don't
this.
complain about my schedule.
Sir Ward.
48 hours on and 96 hours off. Big
LMA's
White Wolf
name
says
right
I'd be
there.
looking under and over everything. She's crafty like that. Two Stepping says 6 hours later hula is still looking.
I know, right? That's a wormhole that would wind up going down. I don't see anything. Then again, I'm so damn tired right now. I don't even know who the hell I am. What's my name again? What's my name again?
BS yells at White Wolf 1972 hey big bro.
I don't see anything. I know this workbench looks like a good
Kenneth
nap
says
spot.
wait, why do I feel like you should have a bard sitting in the corner and we need a glass of ale? Get Cream Delish asks did you look in the pocket of your apron? LMA says I'll give you one hint. Nothing's in the bathroom.
Nothing's in the bathroom.
Two Stepping asks maybe under ledge where LMA was sitting. Spectre says your name is something with Texas in it, I think.
Yes.
Goofball says not yet anyways.
I literally just had.
Kenneth says look Magic Man glitter.
I just not if I can. See, that is so low. Why is that so low in my ear? I just don't understand. Let me restart this here. That's usually. Now I'm curious. LMA. Now you got me. I'm trying to.
Spectre says look by Luna. LMA was sitting there.
Well, I looked. There's nothing new on the lathe.
Oh, bless it.
I know it. See, that's still low. That's still low in my ear.
Big White Wolf says I'm sure she's gonna have you looking forever.
I probably.
Under the stool.
Why would she put it under the stool? I would never. No. All right, we gotta get to work. I just cut this green wood. I've got. to get
LMA
started.
says just start turning ill drop hints throughout the stream. Spectre asks where's Leo?
Leo's right here. He was the center of attention during the werewolf stream the other day. Kelly
Two
Cakes, thank you
Stepping
again.
asks underside of Luna.
I'm not looking under freaking Luna. What's wrong with you? I got wood literally drying as we speak.
Get Cream Delish says you're getting warmer.
You get warmer.
Kelly Cakes says my pleasure my friend.
Kelly, guys, if you're not following Kelly Cakes, go check that girl out. Very, 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 very talented, outstanding streamer here on Twitch. Seriously, I'm not even making it up. Go do it. She's awesome. I appreciate you, Kelly Cakes.
BS says do not look under Luna's dress lol. Two Stepping says 18 hours later, Hula is still looking for the 6 stickers.
6 stickers. There's 6
Spectre
of them?
says he won't peek under Luna, he's a gentleman. That's the story I'm sticking with. Kelly Cakes says I have cookies and cakes.
Oh
Come
my
to the
God.
dark side.
Come to the dark side. Let's go. I'm all about that dark side. I mean, wait, no. I'm the good guy.
Actually, just kidding, it's the bright and cheerful side, I can't lie.
Bright and
BS
cheerful
says lol
side, I
ha ha
lie.
ha ha at Spectre326.
All right. I've got, you know what? I've got to remember, I've got to order a new gouge. This in here is getting, I still got a little bit of time left on it, but it is getting pretty damn ground down, and it may be time to replace this gouge.
Spectre says at BS Wids 22.
And I'm gonna tell who, like, hey, Ellie may hit stuff all over the house. We're playing scavenger hunt. I wonder what it is now. But for the record, I did decide to come hang out with you guys.
Slackatron says my go-to is the 3/8 Sorby bowl gouge. Love the way she cuts.
I forgot which one this here is. This is 3/8. Yeah, 10mm 3/8. 3/8.
BS yells Hula, you were right. Traditional tools are better and cut clean.
They do. Yeah, because they actually slice wood instead of tearing wood. Because all carbide tools are pretty much our scrapers. That's all they pretty much are. They're not made to cut. All right. Let's go. Hold on to your gizzards, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go get bumpy. What a pretty wood. This wood here is so... Y'all
But
just
I
wait.
am glad I learned with the carbides.
I don't know, dude.
Bruli Duval NI yells duck.
Duck, duck,
Spectre yells I'm holding on to them. Ow.
Yeah, everybody get your safety squints. Safety squints engaged.
Slackatron says carbide makes you appreciate the traditional tools.
Well, I think the biggest thing of the carbides, it allows more people the opportunity to actually turn. So I don't hate on carbide tools. I just knew that I would eventually go to the standard tools anyway, so I just skipped the whole thing. I just went straight to standard tools. And had to learn trial and error.
BS says carbides have a time and place in my opinion.
See those fat old curls coming off this dude? Let's go. Green turning at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. That right there is green turning. Look at that red screen.
Slackatron says my hollowing tools are carbide, just because I haven't spurged on the HSS ones yet.
I got you. Got a little bit left. Little bit left. Downhill slope now.
BS yells beautiful curls. Cachet says Hula I am going out for now, see ya bud.
Hershey, be good, my friend. We'll talk to you soon. Be safe, make good decisions. I like saying that. I don't know why I say that all the time, but I do say
Big White Wolf says love those curls.
Yeah, this is so this came from the Ruger clan's property, and we were talking about it. We already did a hollow form with it yesterday, Was that yesterday or the day before yesterday? The day before yesterday. We did a hollow form. Which we may do a hollow form today as well. This cuts really... And I mean,
BS says at White Wolf 1972 the goatee curls or the wood curls. Lol.
but that hollow form we did yesterday. Hey, thanks for that follow.
Big White Wolf says at BS Woods 22 yes.
Yes. Yes. The answer is yes. The answer is yes. Ollie. Thanks for that follow, Ollie. Hey, Ruger
BS
Clan.
says haha.
If you're still listening, Ruger Clan, I did, imagine that. I forgot to get a picture of that hollow form. If you ever get a chance, I want to see a picture of that hollow form. We did one green, and we let it go ahead and do its warping, and it warped a little bit on it, but still a cool freaking piece, man. Make us a 10 in here. Thank you again for that follow. I do appreciate that. So I'm going to have to pretty much stay pretty busy on these green turnings. Y'all know how it is with green turning. Once you start, you are committed. You are committed. Take a little more off that dude right there. Because this thing is steadily drying while we're working on it right here. That should be pretty close. 4 sheets of hand grenades, right? Let's clean that.
Ruger wife says will do. Signal sucks, but I heard the request.
Gotcha. All right. Right on. I thought about it this morning like, crap. I forgot. I didn't take a picture of that hollow form we did yesterday. It's pretty. It is really cool. And we did it with the sanding sealer. So it has more of a, it has that lighter, real bright color. And I believe this is they actually call this here slippery elm is what I think. Ruger looked it up. It turned out to be slippery elm. Slippery. I've never heard of slippery elm before. All right, you little booger bear. Not today. Don't you start this business with me. There we go. Put that in rewind. Turn it down. There we go. Just like that. Down south. What's up, dude? How you doing? Ollie, think of those good vibes. My boy down south. Hey, can we get a shout out for down south? If I got a mod available, I know today's a hard work day right now. Everybody's actually at work, and I'm being a slacker and not being at work. Sorry, slacker. Wasn't saying calling you slacker. I'm saying never mind. Scratch that. Thank you, White Wolf. I appreciate that. I know you're working, bud. Good day down south. I hope you're doing all right, bud.
Slackatron says hey, I get it lol.
I get it. All right, first thing we gotta do is
Big
get
White
this.
Wolf says I'm just slacking here in chat.
Slacking
Working
here-
on not working.
I got you. Okay, bud. I got you. All right, let's see what this does here. Get you guys a decent view here. All right, you gotta have a decent view. So we're gonna get past the pith. And for folks who don't know, the pith is the very center, the core pretty much, of a piece of wood. That's where the checks come from, when wood starts cracking and checking. Man, I sure hope we get to keep that red in there. That would be super cool if we can keep that red in there. All right, we want to
Ruger wife says just sent you one from Ruger's phone with the log and hollow form. We'll take a good pic of form when we get home.
Okay. Dang, I'm gonna lose all of this bowl. No bueno, man.
That Texas Cryptid says uh-oh, the troublemaker is playing with his wood again.
I am. What's up, bud? How you doing, my friend? How am I the troublemaker? I'm sweet, innocent Hula. put that face shield back on. This thing, the dang wood's spitting on me. Let's get this outside kind of where I want it at. Spitting on me.
Catching up on work after my long weekend, so just got the notification. Warden again says good afternoon, folks.
Hey, Warden. Hey, Warden, you are going in the mail tomorrow. Sorry, dude. Everything, I was going to get you this morning. I had to go into work. I was supposed to be off. It threw my whole entire freaking day off. I promise you, you'll be in the mail tomorrow. I feel bad about it. It should have been in the mail today. Today should have been the day. Please forgive me, Warden. I'm a horrible person.
Stuff happens.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't planning on. The CFO started sending messages this morning saying, "Hey, I need this information." And I said, "Well, I can't really give you an accurate guess without being at work. Can you wait till tomorrow?" She said, "Unfortunately not." I said, "All right, well, I'll get dressed and come on up." So it's budget season, man. Everything just kind of goes stupid during budget season, man. We'll get past that pith area. Try to get as much of it as I can and save as much as I can. What you know today, bud?
See, that is the trouble with having a worky job, lol.
I know, right?
Slackatron says budget not enough season.
Pinky with an attitude. Thank you so much. Budget? Yeah, that's pretty much. Budget not enough season. Well, it gets really tricky when you have a new CEO. Oh, and that is Bart. I gotta go further in on that there. We have a new CEO that's trying to understand everything, and I think he's getting a little on the frustrated side because he says what we're telling him doesn't make sense, and I'm like, well, it is what it is. I don't know how to make it make more sense. This is it. Anyway.
That Texas Cryptid says, don't you know, CFOs can cause any delays they want, but any questions they have for you need answers yesterday or the sky will fall.
I know, right?
Parker AZ81 says that's what happens when you don't work for the government. They worry about a budget, lol.
Yeah. I mean, they worry about a budget. You're not wrong, Parker. They actually worry about a budget. All right, I'm not going to worry about this one side here's not.
Warden again says it ain't your fault if he is too dumb to catch on.
Yeah, well, I was getting the information for the CFO because she's dealing with the CEO and I'm dealing with the CEO as well. And it could be true. We have a new CEO, so it's trying times. And I was actually helping out the CFO. I really like her. She's a super sweetheart, very, very smart lady. And I wouldn't, if she don't ever ask for stuff like that from me. So she's, I hate to do it, Hula, but I need to
Goofball says I don't think I could do a CFO's job. It's got to be rough to be a cheapskate for a living.
Right? I tell you what, the lady we have, Alyssa, is super smart. She's super sweet. She's got her head screwed on pretty good, you know, but she's not she's really easygoing, and because life can be really difficult if you have a extremely difficult CFO, because I've had one of those. Those are not fun. Again, guys, this is going to be a rough turn, green turn bull. So we're going to put anchor sit on this dude and let it just sit for 6 months to a year. Man, I hope I didn't.
Warden again says way dang too many chiefs lurking about your place, Hula.
You know what? That's a common thing that's been said lately. You're not wrong. That is very common. You know, the whole lot of chiefs, not enough Indians. That's been said.
Spectre says I'm really ducking curls here.
Yo, oh my goodness gracious! That right there is just a complete, total dream to cut right there. That is like, this is straight up money, dude. not sure if you're hearing
Parker
Mr.
AZ81 says Chiefs are the worst. Cough at Grump Grandpa cough.
Cough, Grump Grandpa. Cough, Grump Grandpa.
Spectre yells my eye.
You'll shoot your eye out.
Warden again says well, but it does look like you are going to keep some of that red. Hopefully it doesn't turn brown.
I hope so. The one we
Parker
did.
AZ81 yells iPro people.
The one we did the other day actually stayed red. So I'm gonna hope. Well, there's a little bit right there. There's a little bit right there. Not a lot. Not a lot. Let's see how thick it is. One of the big tricks.
Nact Kapershif says look, it's a werewolf making man glitter.
It is, Nack. What's up, dude?
Spectre says some damn fine green turnin'.
I'm not the werewolf. I'm the pillar of innocence. And you know the one time that I was a werewolf, I couldn't keep a straight face to save my damn life. I literally could not keep a straight face to save my life. How you doing, Nack? True story. I just felt like everybody automatically knew it was me. As soon as I think, oh my God, they already know. How do they already know?
Warden again says lol, I was watching that VOD when I saw you alive.
Oh, were you watching that? Dave Warden, that was so much fun with the Ruger fam here. Dude, I had a complete total blast, dude. Me and Miss Soup had outstanding company this weekend.
Big White Wolf says Hula, Purple can attest that there were many times I called out the werewolf during the first round.
Uh-oh. Are we bragging a little bit here, White Wolf, that you had it all figured out?
Nact Kapershif says do good, how are you doing? That is
good.
what LMA said.
How you doing?
Get Cream Delish says yay I suck at werewolf. Big White Wolf says not all of them, but several.
Got several of them? Yeah, I didn't get a whole lot of it, to be honest with you. Grandma always looked like, every time I looked over at Grandma, she looked like a cat eating a canary. And every time I mention it, that cat eating the canary look gets even more. And then I realized there's another level of cat eating the canary to Grandma. I was like, holy crap, there's another level. So that's her regular, she has a regular cat eating the canary look. And then there's
Was
an
Soul
actual-
says hola amigos.
Hey, Wazza, what's up, dude? What up, man? Hey, I saw you send me a
Kenneth
message.
says she had a poker face lol.
I saw you send me a message. Was that legit? I was kind of scared to click it, Wazza, because I didn't know if it was legit or not on Discord. You know how it is on the internet nowadays. You're like, don't know. I should be answering. Guys, it's around these
Purple
corners.
Daisy says sneaking in while the class is doing computer training modules.
Hey, Purple.
Warden again says lol, you got to keep an eye on the grannies, they are devious. Was Soul says it was a Facebook video about someone in a hula outfit and making fire with wood.
Oh, okay. Okay, I just wasn't sure I was kind of scared to click it because I didn't know. Like, try to click it and somebody's like, no, don't click that. I got hacked. I wasn't sure. I'll definitely check it, Wazzle. I was going to hit you up and ask you about it.
I get it, bud. I am scared of clicking links too.
Yeah, I know. I just
Goofball
wasn't sure.
says all the scammers have to do to get hula is just put, this is legit, after the malicious link.
Exactly.
Warden again asks, is that sweet gum?
No, this is elm from the Ruger's property up in Minnesota. This is actually, it was a downed tree that actually blocked the path to get down to a gate. on their
Purple
field.
Daisy says slippery elm.
Slippery elm, yeah, slippery elm. Slippery when wet elm. Kind of like the old rock album. Slippery when wet, remember? Who was that? Who sung? Was that Poison?
Bon Jovi.
With the Bon Jovi. Okay, Bon Jovi. Trying to get those little tear outs. It is a very stringy wood. It is a very stringy wood. All right. Van Bol. Let me make sure I get this edge. Don't like have any sharp corners. Van Bol. Not that it really matters a whole hell of a lot. Soften those corners up so less chance of it cracking.
D She Devil says I'm liking this bowl hula.
Hey, D.
Howd. EE, by the
Howdy,
way.
girl. How you doing? D, there's one. We're going to put this up to let it dry. I'm going to try to see how many I can get done today. And then we're going to come back and we're going to, hey, Todd, how you doing, man? Long time no see, man. Dropping a lunch break. I appreciate it, Todd. How you doing, man?
Was Soul says summer is finally over here.
Finally over, huh, Wazzle? I don't ever say that here at the house, because once I say, like, woo, it's over, it's like, yeah, that's what you think. That's what you think. D, I hope you're doing good, girl. What's today is? 9/6/22. And this is Slip. I'm going to call it Slip.
Slackatron says snow is coming too soon lol. Purple Daisy says we're at least done with the 90s here.
Look. Slip Elm. Hopefully I'll remember it. So I know it's Slippery Elm.
Big White Wolf says I finally took the time to update my bot, similar to GIFBART and OBS. Wow, new things to learn.
Yeah. That's one constant. There's one constant in doing stuff like this here, White Wolf, is the change.
D She Devil says somebody will remember.
So, somebody will remember. They usually remember better than I do, to be honest with you, D. To be completely honest, they usually remember better than I do. No, and like Purple, she's one of the worst. She'll tell me like, "Dadgummit, who I already told you is what it is." I'm like, dang, I done forgot.
Purple Daisy says I ain't remembering squat.
You ain't remembering nothing. You are good at remembering some of that stuff a lot better than I am, girl. But you know it. Girl, you know it.
D She
girl.
Devil says lol purple.
You remember better than I do. Quit splashing the dadgum stuff, Hula. What's wrong with you? I'm getting all excited. Alright, we learned our lesson. First thing we do now is automatically put the acre seal on. So how was everybody's Tuesday? How was everybody's holiday if you got one? Anybody do anything super cool?
Purple Daisy says turn it and seal it. No more bulk processing.
Yeah, we've learned our lesson on that, didn't we? Had some bowls just sitting on the table, steadily just cracking
Big
out
White
right in
Wolf
front
says
of us.
hell, I can't even remember what I put on this morning, let alone what Purple keeps in her head.
I know, right? I'm right there with you, mi amigo. Van Embol This shouldn't take long. If I had to guess, I would say probably about 6 months for this dude here to be dried up. These are cool, just a cool little old bowl. How long did that take? Does anybody keep track of how long that took us to do?
Was Soul says we had a huge power outage couple days ago, but the insurance paid my damaged 3D printers.
Oh.
I can fix them Thursday.
Nice, Wazzle. Nice. Good, dude. Sucks you had to go through that, but I'm glad you have a solution to your problem. Let's make sure it's good and covered. Some people say
Purple Daisy says dang it, Grump ain't in here. I was going to heckle him about getting older. Slackatron says guessing around 20 minutes.
about 20 minutes. Okay, thank you. Is it today's Grandpa's birthday? Purple? And he was in here.
Purple Daisy says yup.
Oh, I didn't even know it was his birthday. We ought to add a birthday corner in Discord for people that's really bad at remembering stuff like that. So we have a place. But there's some people who like to avoid it. I'm not mentioning anybody's name, but some people, they like to just try to avoid it. I'm not gonna mention any names. All right, let's get another one going.
Hula.
No, I don't have birthdays anymore. Remember? We've been live for 1 hour, pretty much. 50. That's not bad. It'd be nice if I could say some of these bowls. Let's do it again. One more time.
That Texas Cryptid says I don't have them either.
I just don't really get that overly messed up about them. I don't know why. Just like, man, just not really nothing really.
Goofball says everyone, it's National Texashula Day, let's take the day off.
But
I
yeah,
just made it up, tell the others.
Works for
Slackatron
me.
says after you turn 21, next one to look forward to is 67 so you can retire.
retire.
lol.
No kidding. No kidding. All right, let's see how long we can take us to turn this
That
dude
Texas Cryptid says but a cryptid's really born. We just kind of start appearing.
Is that what it is? Mom always said I was hatched. That was
Purple
her.
Daisy says you try to avoid them, but some folks won't let you.
I know.
We enjoy celebrating the important people in our lives.
Well, it's I don't know. I don't get overly.
Goofball says I retire every day. I wake up in the morning and I'm tired, and then in the afternoon I'm tired again. I'm retired.
I'm retired. Constantly tired and retired all over again. All right. A little pressure on this dude here. Under pressure. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, let's put another. I wonder how good this gouge is. Purple. I think I'm gonna have to order another one of my big Stuart Betty, my Ashley
Big
Harwood.
White Wolf says stop, collaborate and listen.
Wolf is back with a brand new edition. But purple, I'm not purple. Ashley Harwood actually has her own specific gouges made for the
Purple
push cut
Daisy
now.
says at Slackatron, what's this retire you speak of? I'll have to work until noon the day of my funeral.
You're not. I'm right there with you. Purple.
Goofball says hula, hula, baby.
Oh, hula, hula, baby. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Purple. I don't ever see me. I'll be working until I just physically can't
Slackatron
work.
says on the Pine Box retirement plan.
Pine Box retirement plan. I feel that, dude. $6.60. Let's try this little wing again. No, I'll have to be doing something. I'll always be doing something. I don't ever see myself.
Goofball says I figure I'll work until I can find a suitable and legitimate reason to go on disability or just die.
I don't know. There's so many people on that disability. One of these days, all that money's going to eventually going to disappear. I mean, as long as we got there for the people who legitimately need it. All right. This guy's a little too low. Let me raise that up a little bit. Are y'all seeing okay where that camera's at right there? Do I need to move you guys? I'm trying to make it where I can move a little bit faster and not change the camera every time.
LMA says Tier 500 there are 2 surprises in 2 different spots.
LMA! Thank you, LMA. There's 2 surprises in 2 different. Good, LMA. What have you done, LMA? What?
Purple Daisy says Gar, like I wasn't having enough hot flashes. This prednisone is killing me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Purple. Wish I could magically click my fingers and make it go away. Thank you, LMA.
LMA asks IDK, what did I do?
What did you do? Whatever. Thank you for those biddies, LMA. So I gotta look through all throughout the house, going a scavenger hunt in the house, is what you're telling me, LMA?
Purple Daisy asks at Leme2506 you sending him on a treasure hunt.
Apparently she hid some stuff at the house. Purple. She added some surprises to the house, and I'm not sure.
LMA says at Purple Daisy 977 yep. Purple Daisy says good idea. I may have to try that.
Oh God.
Goofball says can you imagine telling your folks that someday you'd sit here on the internet doing the same thing in your garage that everyone else is, yet people will literally just throw money at you.
Well, I do appreciate folks hanging out with me. I know that's true. That's very. It's gonna be the smaller of the 2 bowls here.
Slackatron says a trend has been started lol. Purple Daisy says I was gonna do that with the baby duck but I didn't have it in my pocket when I went through the shop by myself.
Baby duck quack 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 quack, baby duck quack 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 quack, baby duck quack 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 quack, baby duck. And I still got the baby duck is in the IRL stream bag. I saw it yesterday, or no, the other day when we were looking for stuff for the werewolves game. So, hey, there's the duck.
Yup. The original plan was to put it on top of the bandsaw.
Oh,
That Texas Cryptid says you had a baby duck, but then they went and grew up.
I know, right? You're not wrong. You're not wrong. She's all thinking she's grown and stuff.
Big White Wolf says lol, he'd never have been able to get it off without help or a ladder.
Whatever, whatever, White Wolf. Oh, bless your heart. I know I'm only 3'4".
Purple Daisy says tacky.
I'm only 3'4" and all, I guess. I'm still taller than Grumbles the Dwarf. I'm guessing. I don't know for sure, to be honest with you.
Big White Wolf says I don't say anything about height all weekend. Had to throw one in there this week.
There you go.
Purple Daisy says back to class.
All right, Purple. I would say have fun, but that'd be I'd feel that'd be sarcastic, and I don't want to be sarcastic because I know it's gonna suck.
Goofball says they say that dynamite comes in small packages.
No, I heard the same
Warden
thing.
again says Hula it ain't your fault they make them bandsaws so dang tall.
Right, thank you, Warden. I couldn't agree more, my friend. I could not agree more. Totally not my fault. I totally forgot that I gotta put a 10 on the end of this here. Yeah, this is gonna be a wee little bowl. It'd be a still cool bowl though. I actually don't mind these little small bowls. I got some more silver maple sitting over there to do a finish turning on.
Kenneth says Hula only short when Miss Hoop puts her shoes on.
Pretty much. She makes me. Well, here's a fun fact. My ex-wife is actually like a half an inch taller than I am. Maybe a little more than that.
Goofball says, is that why Luna cost too much? Poor thing had to be height adjusted.
Maybe.
Look, Hula, that was wrong of me to say, but don't get short with me, ha 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 ha.
Don't you get short with me, sir. Don't you get short with me, sir.
Kenneth says, so you was a armrest lol.
I was an armrest? Yeah, my kid's sister's actually 4'11" and a half. I don't know. That girl's in her 40s now. She's probably right at 4 foot now. She probably done lost a little bit of that height. I'm not gonna say it to her.
She was an inch taller than you lol.
Oh, talking about my ex-wife? Yeah, she was definitely a little bit taller than I am.
Slackatron says, if anyone picks on you because of your height, just reach out and punch them in the knees.
Punch him in the knees. There you go. I'm not really short, guys. I'm not like Jolly Green Giant tall, you know, like Gray Paper or something like that. I'm pretty average height. All right. Let's get this dude here cleaned up. 2 things around the house, LMA says. 2 things around the house. Oh, I gotta get this off. Gotta get that off, Hula, you big silly Willy. Silly Willy. Oh, don't forget, guys, this weekend, I'm not gonna lie, I'm really kind of excited about it. I will be completely MIA. No streams this weekend. I won't be on social media this weekend. I'm probably be off of Discord this weekend. I'm gonna try my best to turn everything off. Hopefully, it works.
Goofball asks, does MIA mean missing in Arkansas?
Actually,
With Soul yells at CC Davenport, well, good luck on the lurk.
Hey, CC. Goofball, MIA missing in Arkansas, 100%.
Warden again says, I used to be 6 feet 1 inch, but I got old and shrunk. Good news is my nose and ears are now massive lol. Kenneth says, even going to tune Miss Hoop out LMAO.
No,
Goofball says, lol, that's funny.
Yeah, I am actually going to go missing in Arkansas. We're gonna go up to Hot Springs for the weekend. Just get away, man. I think it's about 2.5 hours, a little over 2 hours from here. And I'm really looking forward to it, to be 100% honest with you. It's a cool little town. There's always things to do there. There's always something to do there in Hot Springs.
That's good, Hula. Hope you enjoy it, while we all sit here and cry.
Right? Yeah, well, you're right. Ruger already gave me shit about it already. He's like, great, Hula, what the hell am I supposed to do next Saturday? Like, I don't know, Ruger. I'm sorry, man. Damn it, Hula. And then he was like, no, I totally get it.
Big White Wolf says, drink instead of cry.
Drink instead of cry. But I am really looking forward to that. Where we're staying at is going to be real close to the main strip, so we can kind of... I think once we park, we won't have to get back in the car probably the entire weekend. Well, I say that unless Miss Eats find a place she wants to go shopping.
Slackatron says, perfect excuse for me to go fishing, lol.
There you go. Perfect excuse. Full send, let's go. Let's get this outside cleaned up where I kind of want it. Run that inside in, and we're on the downhill slope. On the downhill slope. For this one, at least.
Kenneth says that way Hula can be drunk in public, lol.
Yes. I was drunk in the bar.
Big White Wolf says, thinking of taking Purple out Saturday also. Looking at something special.
Nice. A special occasion or just to get away, White Wolf? That's good enough.
Both. Boyd's Custom Fab says they threw me into public.
They threw me into public. I was
Big
drunk
White
in the
Wolf
bar.
says it's someone's birthday tomorrow. Was
Some-
Soul yells hula and drunk. Never.
Is it Purple Daisy's birthday tomorrow? I wish I was better with birthdays. God. Boyd, how you doing? Big shout out to my boy Boyd's cousin Fab. How you doing, sir?
Purple Daisy says yup.
Well, happy birthday, Purple. What are you planning on? Oh, well, possibly going out of town to do a special little trip. Man, you're getting 30 years old, Purple. How are you going? Good Lord. Man, it's all downhill from there, Purple. 30 years old. Boyd, I hope you're doing good, my friend.
Boyd's Custom Fab yells what's up hula.
What you
Love
know
seeing
good?
you green turn this. I haven't turned a bowl in too long.
Dude, man, I am digging it.
Purple
This-
Daisy says depending on how we feel, we may go hang out with Dawn for supper tomorrow.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Warden again says at White Wolf 1972 might should clear that with her before you make reservations. You know how women's are.
Oh, snap. I'm doing good, Boyd. Can't complain, my friend. Hey, and I realized that I forgot to enter my wand into y'all's,
Purple Daisy says 30 years plus 15 years interest.
Gotcha. Well, you're still a spring chicken. I can hear Grandpa right now say, damn kids.
Big White Wolf says lol, she was the one that showed me what was happening. Boyd's Custom Fab says yep, I just messaged you on Discord about it earlier.
Yeah, I remember sitting down, I was filling out the paperwork, and I was like, damn it, I got caught up, something happened. I'm like, sugar. Until I totally, it slipped, man. I totally forgot, so. Oh, well, we'll do it next time. We'll catch it next time. Let's get this cleaned up. So this is Slippery Elm from Minnesota. This is Minnesotan Slippery Elm.
Just send some pics and we'll get you entered.
Okay. Hey, I appreciate that, boy. You don't have to, no, I don't want you to do any special rules for me, dude. I totally dropped the ball, man. That was my bad. I'll do it, but I don't want to. I'm not worried. But this thing is so stringy. This wood is so stringy. At least when it's wet, it is. When it dries, it does a lot better.
No worries. We know you wanted to enter and it happens.
Yeah. Okay. I'll definitely get it to you. I'll probably get it to you tonight after the stream. Well, hey, if you send me a DM, I'll see it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Purple Daisy
Pop,
says work
what's
got
up?
crazy on him.
Yeah, work's gotten really crazy. Ants, how are you doing, Ants? Nose raid, let's go. Drac, what's going on? Mr. Figgle, what's up, dude?
Man, welcome. Come on in.
What's up, Pop? How you doing? Thanks for that raid, mi amigo. Sniff wood dust. Hey, Pop, I guarantee you smell it in this. Let me take this daggum headset off. Or this. Boy, that sucker's killing my daggum head. We need a good break time anyhow. Pop, what were you doing in your stream today, dude? Woo! And I appreciate that raid. Thank you very much. My name's Hula, guys. Woodworker here in Northeast Texas. We're doing green turning today. We actually started off with something like this dude right here. Yeah, that dude right there. That is Slippery Elm that came from the Ruger fam that just visited us this weekend from Minnesota. And so right now, what you're sniffing, Pop, is Miss Hoop and Miss Ruger said it smells like ass. I'm not sure if it smells like ass, but it does definitely smell like that wood. I swear, did I forget to cut Pop a raid message? Mono, what's going on, man? Hey, Standing Leather, how you doing? Good to see you, girl. So, yeah, we actually started off with something like this here. Cut that dude down, and then we're doing green turning. And green turning is basically when you turn it, it's still wet, it's spraying water on you the whole 9 yards, and you seal it up, and you put it up about 6 months to a year, let it dry, and it'll warp and twist and turn, and then it'll be, when it's finished, we'll do a finish, and it'll actually be a finished legit bowl. Hey, Pop, Pop, let me do something here. I got a habit. If people's nice enough to raid me, the least I can do is I can actually follow them back. Hold on, there you go. I got you, Pop. Thank you again for that raid. Thank you very much.
Kenneth says wait hold up, what does a dollar smell like lol?
What does a dollar smell like? I asked Miss Hoot that as well. Like, she asked one time, she tasted like, oh my God, it tastes like ass. It's like, I don't even want to know how you know it. That she said, I don't know, but if I did know, it would taste like that kind of thing. But Pop, I appreciate you, bud. Thank you so much. We are actually, like I said, we're doing bowls. I done carried in all my other bowls. I think they're right inside the door. But we turned stuff like this here. Now this is like a hollow form we did. And this here is ash with a African blackwood finial on top. It's called a OBS bot cam. OBS bot cam is the one I use. I'm doing good, Standing Leather. How you doing? Let's get this sucker to pause. Let me see if I can grab a couple bowls and show you guys kind of what we do, so I can kind of be more in the know. I got some right inside the door here. I think I do. Where is my? I'm just talking to myself, babe. Losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. Losing my mind.
Warden again says show the new folks my major award hula.
Yeah, because it's getting boxed up. Here we go. I got a collection right here.
Purple Daisy says at Warden again you just want to make sure he still has it.
No work. No. Not now, Bobby. I can't talk right now. All right,
Big
so
White Wolf says it's fragile.
it's fragile. This
Warden
is a piece.
again says if Ruger wife didn't steal it lol.
She tried to, Warden. She tried to, but this is our giveaway piece for the month of August. Warden actually won it, and it's going in the mail tomorrow. We're supposed to go in the mail today, but
Kenneth says have you ship any pants lately lol.
I haven't shipped my pants in a long time. Thank you, down south. I appreciate that. But yeah, this is our giveaway piece. Oh, and it's got little feet. And look, it actually has my name on it now. So my name's actually on it now.
Purple Daisy says you wouldn't want to go today anyway. First day after a holiday.
You're not wrong. That was all done by a More Figel. I'm gonna call you More. It's all done with pyrography. So this right here, if you look, it's actually done with a burner. And I just kind of drew it in, and I did the pyrography, and that's black walnut right there. So it's all done by hand. Pretty much everything I do in here is going to be. Thank you so much, Pop. Appreciate that. So I do things a little different here. I'm a little more on the traditional kind of side. I'm more of a. I'm going to say purist because sometimes purist makes it sound like you're an asshole, and I can be an asshole, but I'm really not that bad of an asshole. But I stick with just more actual wood, and most I don't do dyes very much. Traditionalist, yeah. I guess I'm a traditionalist. I don't like using very much dyes. I do want to get into bleaching a little bit, and I do use the stuff we call swamp water, which actually is a chemical reaction with tannin. So I don't know exactly what color it's going to be, except it's going to be kind of.
Warden again says at Morphigle he uses a ton of resin.
That's the negative, Ghost Rider. I'm not one of those guys like. It's horrible. I just personally don't.
Kenneth says, but you're our pain lol.
But I mean, you're our pain.
Purple Daisy bans at Warden again. Warden again says lol.
Yeah, I don't do resin. And I know it's really.
Spectre asks he's a stick in the mud. I said the quiet part out loud again.
You said it out loud. You did. And we also do bowls. A lot of bowls. Like this one we got on the lathe right now, which I gotta hurry and put Sid and Siller on it real quick. That dude right there will eventually look like something like this right here. So this was actually a thin bowl. You see how thin it is? And what we basically did, we did it green turn, like it is on the lathe right now, and we let it dry. So this is what it looks like when it's drying. You see how it warped the whole 9 yards? And once it's fully dried, we finish it out. So this is what it looks like before, after.
Big White Wolf says CA glue, not resin.
Yeah, we do use CA glue. And this is another white oak, quarter stone white oak. Just simple little bowls. And they're just so useful. You can use them for all kinds of things. Here's a sweet gum one I did a while back. And then this is a cottonwood bowl that my wife stole. She flat out just stole this one right here from me. I got done with it. She said, "Oh, mine," and it disappeared. I still haven't even signed that one yet. Cottonwood. I do remember that one there. Because I remember my wife stole it. And here's one that, if anybody's interested, this is available if anybody wants it. This is a big old huge fruit bowl. Big old fruit bowl. I think it's like right at 12 inches, 11 and a half inches.
Purple
round.
Daisy says that's a pretty bowl. Who made it?
I know.
Big White Wolf says, dang, wrong chat for the mine command.
And this is the actual grain. This is hackberry. So you can actually see how crazy that grain is on the inside. Isn't that neat? It does, Pop. It does, man. But the grain on hackberry is just insane, dude. And it looks almost like carbon fiber, like a carbon fiber wrap is what it looks like to me. But El Natural, man, just the natural color of the wood, and all the like this little check here that is stabilized, so it's not going anywhere. But yeah, we do stuff like that. We do Christmas ornaments. We do magic wands. We do potion bottles. We got into whittling. We do whittling. Here's a guy. I got to show you guys this. So for folks who don't know, about a month and a half ago, 2 months, I got into whittling. And it's something we normally do on Tuesday afternoons. Usually it's Tuesday on the back patio. And we just whittle on
King
the back
Dixon
patio.
says my cut-resistant gloves arrived toy day, so now I will be able to whittle tea tomorrow without creating a bloody mess.
Let's go, Key. How you doing, girl?
Slackatron says even occasionally a birdhouse for his sister lol.
I just knew we were going to get into that birdhouse conversation. I just knew we were going to that right there. But this is kind
King
of neat.
Dixon asks doing good you.
I'm good. Hey, check this out, King. We have a proof of concept. Remember the last whittling stream we had? And everybody was like, Hula, you need to make a chess set. Hula, why aren't you ought to whittle a chess set. Whittle a chess set, Hula. And so I had an idea. And I think this is going to work out pretty cool. I did a proof of concept. I made 2 pawns. All right, you ready for this? This is kind of cool. I cannot wait to paint these dudes. So here's my 2 pawns. And
Ready.
It's going to be YouTube versus Twitch. And these are my little guys. They're going to be my pawn pieces. And so on the shield...
On GG.
Is that not cool as hell? I leave a bit of chip out on the corner right there.
Big White Wolf asks I said nothing about birdhouses. But have you made any squirrel or bird feeders lately?
I have not. No, I have not. But anyway, these are going to be my little chess set pieces. Oh, and I got to show you guys as well. This is
That
what...
Texas Cryptid says dude.
Isn't that kind of cool, though, Cryptid? I think it's going to be neat. So it's going to be, those are going to be the pawns. The bishop's going to be more of like a gnome. I'm thinking like a gnome kind of look with a tall hat. I'm not sure about the knight. I'll come up with something kind of cool with the knight. The castle is going to be a regular castle with like flags hanging off the side of it, trickling down, and will be purple or red. And so that there, the king, I think the king for YouTube is Doug Linker.
Warden again says at King Dixon balls come on. Every artist must suffer for their craft lol.
Right. I'm gonna do Doug Linker for YouTube. He is a big whittling. He's my personal favorite
Slackatron
whittler.
asks owls for knights.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to still keep the. I'm trying to keep. I don't know. That's a different, I didn't even think of doing owls for knights, but I guess it could work. I don't know. Doug Linker, I think doing Doug Linker for the king for the YouTube, and I'm thinking Chris Cnut Bush for the king on the Twitch side. For folks who don't know, Cnut Bush is here on Twitch. He was the very first maker and crafter that actually went partner on Twitch. OG. He's been here forever.
Big White
Insanely
Wolf says
tough
was
guy.
thinking about something with finials for the knights. King Dixon says at Warden again my husband only let me say yes to the kit if I got gloves cause I am acid net prone AF.
Well, actually, no. Nice. Vision would be more finial. If I'm thinking the biggest thing in my head when I make a chess set, I don't want to get too crazy.
Big White
with it.
Wolf says kinda like lances.
I can kind of see that, but it could easily be confused. If you did it like that there, it would be easily confused for a vision. And that's where I want to avoid that. I want to avoid that at all costs. Because I've
That
played...
Texas Cryptid says C not is legit.
He is. And actually, Cryptid, that's who I'm thinking about doing as the king. Just a general likeness. It's not even going to be him, but I'm thinking a general likeness of C-Nut Bush for the king for Twitch and do Doug Linker for the king for YouTube. And I thought it'd be kind of fitting because C-Nut Bush does clay sculpture here on Twitch, and the dude is insanely talented. And then Doug Linker does stuff in wood, and he's insanely talented. So I just figured it'd be
Big
cool.
White Wolf asks Hoop for queen.
No, she's my queen, White Wolf. No, I'm not putting her on. She's mine. I ain't sharing her with Chris or Doug. So, but we do whittling as well, guys. And this is did I show you guys? This is my little Indian I did. This is gonna be my super simple.
Lol.
I can't wait to paint this dude. But it actually started off. I was showing Ruger how I kind of do the beginning of my noses and stuff. Let me get this figured right here. Hold on. Right, no. And I did that section right there, and I said, "Wow, that looks like an Indian." And next thing I know, I made an Indian.
What about Ashley?
Ashley Harwood? Yeah, I can see Ashley. If I did a full turning one, White Wolf, it would make sense to make Ashley Harwood the queen. I guess I could make her a queen of YouTube. That makes a lot of sense now that you mention it like that there. Yeah. Have you made Pop? I have made spoons. I haven't done a lot of whittling spoons. I did try to whittle a walnut one, and then I said screw it, and I got the Dremel out because that walnut's hard as shit, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But I did make a love spoon, a Welsh love spoon.
Purple
for my
Daisy
wife.
says he's not allowed to show the spoon on stream.
Yeah, because
Warden again says, Hula, if you don't carve a tear in that Indian's eye, it will be a shame.
If I don't cut a tear in that Indian's eye, no, I can't put a tear in his eye. But then again, then I'd have to put a beer. Then he'd be like a tear in his beer because he's crying for his deer. I don't know. What's wrong with the spoons? Pop, it's a Welsh love spoon, and I put hearts on it. And I thought it came out pretty damn good. But some people asked me to turn it upside down, and when I turn it upside down, it looks like something totally different. And we do try to keep things PG-13-ish the best we possibly
Mistress
can.
Mink says it turned out like a
Yes.
thing. Warden
Yes.
again says that was Hank Sr.
For the record, Warden, I'm pretty confident
Purple
there's Indians
Daisy
that
says
listen to
there's
Hank
nothing
Singer,
wrong
too.
with the spoon. It's chat that has the issues. Kenneth says guess it's Guinness time.
Not Guinness time. I got to put face. I'm going to show you guys a couple more of these whittles because I'm really proud of my whittles. Which we normally whittle on Tuesdays. In fact, I need to put these back in my little whittle box. In my whittle box. You see what I did there? So I do like little magnets. Open this dude here up. We do magnet. I call them magnet faces. Something like that. Where's my other dude at? There's a big whole bunch of them here. There he is. See, here's some of the other ones we do. So these are like my little Hobo Joe, right? And my this is the Blue Group's official wizard that goes on travel with them. His name's Blue, and then he's got magnet on the back of him, so you can use him as a refrigerator magnet. And then my little warrior dude right there, he looks like ass, but anyway. And we do owls and bears. This is work in progress, not finished painting it, but that's going to be a snow owl. We do little bears as well. I like my little bears. That's another owl. Where's my other bear at? We've got penguins in here. Anyway, that's kind of the stuff we do around here. There's my other bear. There's my little brown bear. I like these little dudes, man. They just kind of make me smile. Make me happy. And if you ain't happy working on stuff, why the hell you doing
Big
it?
White Wolf says da bears.
Dog bears. Oh, and then I have my dogs. There's Princess Paisley, my boxer, and this is Rowdy Rebel Rose, our full-blood deaf mutt. And she's got the same spots on her as, but yeah, we do this on Tuesdays. Usually it's Tuesdays, but I got this log I want to tear into. Speaking of which,
Warden again says at Purple Daisy 977 this is the part of the stream where Hula dives down a few rabbit holes. Nothing for it, I think.
I know. Hey, did you see my mouse? I still got to finish him, but I really like my mouse. I like my mouse.
Big White Wolf says love seeing the puppers.
You got to find some unique place to put them.
Warden again says Ratfink. Big
Ratfink.
White Wolf says Danger Mouse.
Danger Mouse. Well, guys, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a quick pee break. That's exactly what I'm going to do. We're going to come back and put an anchor seal on this dude here. I think I got that back where I wanted it at. We got to hurry up and put an anchor seal.
Purple
This thing
Daisy
starts
says
to
at Warden again we just let him go. He always eventually works his back around. Get Cream Delish says I had a lab named Princess Paisley.
Did you really? What's it? Let me get this one
Big
thing
White
cleaned up real
Wolf
quick.
says I'd redeem break time, but it's disabled.
All right, let me just get this part here kind of cleaned up. This wood
Purple
here.
Daisy says at White Wolf 1972 well you know how to undisable it. Get Cream Delish says yep everyone thought I was nuts for naming her that.
Well, Duck wanted a southern name.
At
so
that
she,
text is scripted.
so she came up with Paisley, and then of course you got to put the Paisley Grace in there to make it good and southern. And she called Paisley Grace. Spoiled ass Paisley Grace. When I say spoiled ass, I mean it. That girl is spoiled. And she is a princess. Break time, let's go.
Big White Wolf says there we go.
There we go. And look, we actually got some red in there. We may be able to save this. We may be able to save that. Grab this dude here. We'll come back, put anchor seal on this dude, seal it up. And there it is, guys. This is Slippery Elm. That hopefully will be a really
Kenneth
pretty
says
bowl.
Chef One Lifes. Big White Wolf says that red would look really cool on the lip.
If I can keep it, I'm gonna shoot for it. I'm gonna shoot to keep that red on there. All right, give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna take a quick pee break. Oh, it's already. Don't shoot. There you go. It's already fixed. 1 second. Uno momento, por favor, mi amigos.
Warden again says love to see those red mineral stains.
This is weird. That's the first one I've really seen. It's almost like flaming box elder in a weird way. Does elm do? Oh, hold on, let me pee. We'll come back to chat here in a second.
LMA says well you already touched one of them at least once. Maybe twice. Kenneth says bio break lol. Big White Wolf says thanks for the follow at Ian's. Warden again asks hey chat, y'all mind if I smoke a beer and drank a cig?
Alright. Got that down. That back fired up. Let's go. Anchor seal time.
Big White Wolf says go right ahead at Warden again, just puff the smoke into the smoker. Purple Daisy says at Warden again, if
Bobby.
that's what blows up your skirt, have it.
What's up, Bobby? 9-6.
Two-stepping says got to go get food for fam. Shall leave a lurk bud.
All right, bud. Appreciate that alert. Appreciate you. Slip. Elm. All right, quick douse with a anchor seal real quick. And what we're using here, guys, is anchor seal. It actually seals up the grains and allows the wood to dry evenly instead of out of the end grain, which actually makes the sucker crack out or check out. So what we're trying to do is prevent this thing from cracking while it's drying.
LMA says well Hula you already touched one of them at least once.
I've already touched one of
Maybe
them.
twice.
What? What? I've already touched. Is it in the shop? Or the bathroom? Did you hide something in the bathroom or something? No, you said it wasn't in the bathroom.
Wolf Vamplover says Grandpa Hula hey.
Hey, Wolf, how you doing? Shell Griffin.
Purple Daisy says at Leme2506 you'll have to draw him a map.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Hitting it. I've already touched it at least twice.
Wolf Vamplover says I'm good, how you doing,
I'm
sweetheart?
good. I can't complain. I'm not at work right now. I had a hell of a weekend with some epic company, all the way from Minnesota. I'm playing with some new slippery and wet wood.
LMA says IDKKK, you'll have to find it.
Oh crap. Okay. Is it like voice activated? Can I like just call out for it and it starts answering to me? Do I have to feed it? That's a good solid question. I probably need to ask first. Or do I have to feed it?
Spectre says check that camera tripod.
Check the camera tripod?
Wolf Vamplover says hula, just get off on it, lol.
Well, we are making a couple pretty...
LMA says no lol.
Okay, not on the not on that. Okay, we know it's not on the tripod. On the door, because I touched the door. Let's see. I touched the kitchen table. What else did I buy? I'm just gonna have to. I guess after the stream, I'm just gonna have to go just stop and look around. I guess.
Spectre says and it's not on or about Luna.
Not on or about Luna. Okay. We know it's not in the bathroom. Not on or about Luna.
Wolf Vamplover says I meant just don't get off on it, lol.
Oh, I'll try not to. Looking on the beer fridge. I don't see anything on the beer fridge. Looking at the stream card. I don't see anything on the stream card. I know you signed the sign.
Spectre asks what about LMA's sign?
Well, she already signed it. She did sign it. We got the autograph on it. Man, I don't know. I don't see anything out here. But again, I'm pretty safe.
Purple Daisy asks did the whole clan sign the bench?
Yes, they did. They did. Most definitely. That's for folks who don't know. When folks come visit the shop, we always get folks to sign. In fact, LMA, she may have bumped into your sign here, Purple. There's LMA with your Purple Daisy, so it's kind of attached to it. You two are like sisters now. Let me go.
LMA says think about what you touched before the break.
What I touched before the break, I went to the bathroom.
Purple
LMA,
Daisy says I'm okay with that.
I can't talk about that on Twitch, LMA. It's not
Big
something I
White
really want to
Wolf
talk
says
about.
lol at Leme2506, not himself. Wolf Vamplover says you know what it's like with Relic.
Yeah, right? I touched it before I went on break. My computer? Well, I was like, this got weird. My computer, I don't see anything on the computer.
Big White Wolf says he touches things and can't even say them due to TOS.
Exactly. Let me put these inside real quick.
Kenneth says we can't help you, can't keep your hand off Miss Hoop lol.
I know, right? Oh, let me check Miss Hoop. Apparently, LMA has hid some stuff around the house. Yeah. I know she's not in the bathroom. It's not on around the lathe. Other than that, I don't know. And she said I touched it when I went on break.
Big
because I
White
can't
Wolf
talk
says
about
now
the
tell
LMA
her that
while
you
I'm-
touched it but don't know what it is.
Yeah, look around. All right, decision time, y'all. Decision time. Do we make another hollow form like we did with the Rugers? I think we're going to do another hollow form. I think I can save this here. We're going to make a hollow form.
Slackatron asks End Grain Bowl.
No. No. They're not very strong either. Hey, Todd, got to clock back to work, man. Have a great... Todd, thank you, man. It's good to see you, bud. No, not doing an end grain bowl. I'm really thinking about doing another hollow form because I want to do the same hollow form like we made for the Rugers yesterday. Made a cool vase. And it actually didn't crack overnight, which I was really surprised, to be honest with you.
Wolf Vamplover says at ToddEC67 have a wonderful day.
They want to do a hollow form like that. An end grain hollow form. What do y'all think? Or we could cut into that and get some more bowls going. Or I like to use this piece here so it don't go to waste. And I think I can make a hollow form. You know what? I just answered my own question. Never mind. Scratch that, guys. Just answered my own question. We're making a hollow form. Because the good thing with that log there, it's not going to dry out very fast. We'll get a little bit of cracks on the end, but I'm going to lose an inch or two on the ends anyhow. I'm thinking it's going to go like this here. Yeah. This is going to be the top. This is going to be the bottom. So I need to drill the pilot hole right there. Something I touched before I went on break. Something I touched before I went on break. Hey, Michelle Griffith, what kind of...
Warden again says turn a sphere out of that and let the hounds chase it.
You're right. I'm going to do a hollow form vase. We did one. In fact, Ruger sent me a picture, or Miss Ruger sent me a picture.
Wolf Vamplover says what?
I was talking about Relic's van. What kind of van did he buy? Was it a Ford? Like a Ford Transit, wasn't sure. We were watching Relic yesterday. Oh, there you go. So this is what we turned yesterday. So that's the same wood right there. And we turned that yesterday. And actually, it warped just a little bit, but it came out really cool. I want to do another one. This is going to be the top, and this is going to be the bottom, so I need to drill the top right here. Find my center. Find my center! Gotta find my center! Put it right there. This wood is very stringy. I will say that. Very stringy. Okay. Y'all got quiet. What are y'all up to? Seriously, y'all started getting quiet. I started getting nervous.
Spectre asks you don't have any surprises in your leather apron pockets, do you?
No, I already checked there. I did check there. He dropped the damn phone. We gonna make a hollow form,
Purple Daisy says trying to finish the workday.
All
Wolf
right.
Vamplover says what did you need to know on Relic? Yes, he got a van and he's fixing it up now.
No, I was asking, did he get a Ford Transit? Was I asked. You may not know. I was just asking. We were watching yesterday. I think we were
That
lurking.
Texas Cryptid says trying to fix fires at work. Agents messing everything up, as usual.
I heard that. I heard that, mi amigo. You're not supposed to do that, Log. You're supposed to say
Warden
right where-
again asks, what did you make that mallet out of hula?
That was a gift. That one there was a gift from a friend of mine named Mike Takewell. And it looked like it's made out of walnut and bird's eye maple.
Spectre says, just heard about job at Princeton University. My resume is being sent over now. That
Nice.
last interview didn't pan out.
Well, so I tell everybody I was looking for a job and I found this one. I did ask the CEO, the CFO, when she came in my office this morning. She said something we need to talk about. Like, what? I'm fired, man. Thank you so much. She said, no, you're stuck here. I'm like, damn it. I said, I got 99 problems, but unemployment ain't one. Just kidding. Okay. Can y'all see all right? Let's see if we can't make this thing look like a hollow form. Make hopefully a pretty little vase.
That's funny. No, you're stuck here. Ha ha.
Yeah,
Wolf Vamplover says besides him bitching at chat all because they were making him do the chicken dance, but it was hilarious.
Oh, I know.
Warden again
yeah.
says dadgum bosses give you a steady job and never let you go home lol.
I know, right? Well, you know what? She was in a pickle. The CFO, she was in a pickle because the new CEO could be a little demanding sometimes, and she's just trying to get all the information together for him. Anyway, I came up there to literally, well, actually, be honest, for my job. My job was kind of, but also to help her out. So
Wolf Vamplover says that was yesterday.
yeah, I was late working yesterday. Bobby, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub, 32 months. Thanks, dude. Yeah, I was lurking yesterday, Michelle. In fact, we had Relic up while we were Grams. Well, we watched Grams in here for a bit, and then we went over. She raided. I forgot who she raided, and then we saw Relic was on working on his van. And I was like, I did ask, like, how many freaking. We were like, he needs a longer timer on that damn chicken dance. Poor dude ain't getting nothing done because everybody's making him dance like a chicken. Thank you, Bobby. I'll have a foo-foo beer for you here in a little bit, sir. $700 RPMs. Kind of cool. We're going to try to make a log and hopefully make something pretty out of
Purple
log.
Daisy asks, did you restock the Guinness?
We did. After we got done pigging out. Well, we went by to see, out of some dumb luck, if Rubicabras opened up. They didn't. And then they had Taco Tico pretty much kind of right next door to it. And I'm like, who said Taco Tico? And for folks who don't know, that was me and Miss Hoops kind of jam back when we were dating. She loved Taco Tico, and I didn't mind Taco Tico, not all. So every time I see Taco Tico, I always think about the young days of our young love. Glorious time. So we had us some.
Spectre yells it was about time to.
So we went and had us some.
Wolf Vamplover says, and I told him to let him work, but they don't listen.
I heard that. Yeah, Michelle. That's one thing sometimes about trying to get stuff done on stream. It doesn't always go as you want to sometimes.
Purple Daisy says I just turn stuff off if people try to abuse it. Spectre says always stock up on the Guinness. Running out is sacrilege.
Right. Yeah, we swung by the Super One. We got done with dinner or lunch. On very exciting news, I'm very stoked. I did find my Lukenbach, Texas koozie, guys. I'm really excited. I'm not saying I was freaking out when the Rugers were here, but I was freaking out when the Rugers here. But I did find my Lukenbach, Texas koozie. The world is okay. Look at these fat. Look at those. With 3 C's thick curls. Look at that dude right there. Isn't that crazy? Just crazy, man. It's crazy.
Slackatron says always in the last place you look.
Yeah.
Funny how that works.
I just had to dig really deep to find it, Slacker. I found it, but I had to dig deep to get it.
Rui Duval NI says just ordered 24 cans of Brewdog for $70. One of those calendar things.
Brewdog?
Will arrive next month.
What's Brewdog? Is it like a type of beer?
Ruger wife says he was like a lil kid that lost their fave stuffed animal.
I was.
Warden again says hula. Stop fondling the hanging down bits. Michael Wen yells Ola Sonor hula. Rui Duval NI
mate.
says brand with all sorts of special beers.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've ever heard of it. Is it like just for the Netherlands, or is it like an international thing? May, how you doing, girl? The Rugers brought me some Leinenkugel summer shanty. So I protected quite a... In fact, that's what I had for dinner last night. True story. I wasn't hungry. I just drank beer. I need to put a little more attention on that tailstock a little bit.
Purple Daisy asks, do you want any more when we come through?
When y'all coming through again? Are y'all coming for the like Thanksgiving, for the holidays and stuff?
Rui Duval NI says Scottish brand.
A Scottish
Different
brand.
stuff like pineapple beer, layer cake beer, those sorts of things.
Oh, okay.
Purple Daisy says Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving? Well, I'm going to see you Thanksgiving around that time, right?
But I'll have to snag it now while it's still out.
I got you. Well, I wouldn't worry about it too much, Purple, because I did. They brought a case of it. I will say it's all gone. I mean, to be completely honest, it's all gone. I'm gonna blame Ruger. It's all Ruger. Drank them all. Just kidding. I drank a lot of them myself.
Big White Wolf says a case doesn't last long enough around the drinkers.
No, it doesn't. Polly, what's up, Sue TM? What's up, Polly? Thank you for that resub, dude. Let's go.
Purple Daisy says okay. I'll see if we can snag another 12 or 2.
Okay, that'll work. And I'll catch up with you when you get here. We'll get squared up. Or I can just send you the cash on PayPal. Polly, how you doing? That's like it's not liking that. Is this the gouge getting dull? Surely the gouge is not already dull. That don't make a sense.
We'll fight over it eventually. Big White Wolf says we may just have to toss it out on our way through.
We had to toss it out? I understand. I totally get it. Things get really kind of hectic.
Holly4 says doing well, just recovering from Dragon Con.
How
Slackatron
was
says
Dragon Con?
gouges dull up on bark pretty easy. Big White Wolf says flying trips tend to do that.
Are y'all flying?
Driving fast.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Well, you just stop at a mile marker sign. Just let me know what mile marker sign it is, and I'll just swing by and get
Holly4
it.
says D*C was amazing.
Dragon Con was I've never been to a Dragon Con. Because I don't know much about it. We're going to get past that check right there, which we got to go in here anyway. So there's no huge whoop.
Big White Wolf says hell, it's cheaper to pay for a room and gas than for 2 round-trip tickets plus a rental car.
You ain't lying.
Warden again says hula, looks like it is cracking on the tenon end, or it is some dark grain.
Yeah, no, it is. There is the checks that we're actually trying to get out. The checks right now is a little bit right here and a little bit right there, which we got to go in further to get this here out of here. So I think we're going to cut through it. I'm really trying to save. I'm trying to save this piece. It's kind of my game plan. So it'll be a little bit smaller, but we're going to leave the pith in it. So it's going to have the Eye of Saruman. But this is definitely one that we're going to have to kind of stay busy on. I'm not going to be able to stop too terribly much, because you can tell it's already starting to warp some. I think what I need to do is just go ahead and put a tenon on it so I can spin it over and put some legit, grab it really good and finish it like that there. Let's go ahead and concentrate on a tenon right now. Let's get us a tenon.
Poly4 says my droid was a big hit and my Cobra Commander cosplay was fun as well.
Oh, what? You
Warden
and his
again
Cobra
says,
Commander?
better get out the super glue, aka resin, then.
Yeah, we're going to get the super glue. AKA Cyana, whatever accolade. Whatever that fancy name is. Yeah, I definitely hit the ends.
Kenneth says at Poly4, did you see a guy dress up as Cotton Candy Randy?
Cotton Candy Randy. Should I even ask? Kenneth, should I even ask? I'm scared to even ask, Kenneth.
Slackatron says cyano acrylic.
Yes, that big C. I can never remember that.
Kenneth says LMAO.
But now you're laughing. Well, that's got me even more worried, concerned. Kenneth, I'm even more concerned now with you're laughing, dude. Let's go in here with our I just saw some red pop up. You stringy, would you? I see you. Look how stringy that is. That is crazy. I don't turn to green wood stringy like that. And the crazy part about it, when we're turning this green, I really can't sand this thing at all. I pretty much got to get it pretty close with the gouge. And then we let, oh, look, there's a red spot right there. And
Poly4 says no, I did none, but it's a huge convention.
Big convention. Let's get this corner here out of here. Where was it at? Take it completely off, but we want to get it kind of out of the way.
Poly4 says Dragon Con is Atlanta. Purple Daisy says it's something like 75 to 80,000 people in Atlanta.
Why do I feel like my boy, my bro Kevin? I think Kevin's been to a Dragon Con. I'm almost confident Kevin's been to a Dragon Con. That's probably the reason why it sounds so damn familiar to me. That makes more sense. Okay.
Kenneth says another streamer by the name of Rev Chumley was there. Warden again says Hula, does that stuff turn anything like real elm? Looks way too stringy.
You know, most of the elm that I've turned has not been like this here, but I haven't really turned green elm. And this is very stringy, dude. This has got to be the stringiest green wood I think I've ever turned. But I will say this much here, Ward, when I'm done, I've seen what this looks like with finish on it. This is a really cool wood. Unfortunately, I could get past that daggone check right there. In fact, you know what we're going to do real quick? Let's go ahead and drop some CA in that. Right now. Right now. Show tomorrow. Right now. Come on. It's everything. I should have done this a while
Kenneth
back.
says Hula, do you know if Dixon will have their Halloween shirts this year?
I don't know. Hopefully my wife won't order anymore. So hopefully I will not know. Of course, Miss Hoop had to order the F-bomb shirts, so the F-bomb showed up. She asked me if I wanted one. I was like, no, we just need to. No, we got enough Dixons right now. She's okay.
Purple Daisy says she's only ordered one recently.
Yeah. And I said, we don't need any, sweetheart. We don't need any more Dixon shirts. She said, I'm good. I don't need one. She said, okay. Next thing I know, a week later, ding dong, there's GPS with a Dixon bag. She said, what?
And
You
that
said-
was my fault. I
She's-
told her about it.
All good. And she said you didn't want one. She actually wore it to work. On like Friday. She wore it to work on Friday. Well, you said you didn't want one. I'm like, okay. Get in there.
But come on now, she legit needed the one.
Well, she needs oxygen. Let's be completely honest, Purple. We need oxygen to breathe. That's a legit need. In my humble opinion. I don't know if that's a chick trying to storm right there or not.
Big White Wolf asks, would you rather it be a Dixon shirt or more shoes?
I don't, you know
Warden
what?
again says, does it sand and finish nice? Got a few of those growing on the property.
It does, Warden. In fact, I will put it up in Discord, Warden.
Gambit Mojo says
Hey,
at
Gambit.
Texas Ulari. A third day of no pool because of rain.
No pool, no good. It actually looks really good when dry. Warden, I tried to sand some the other day when we first turned it. It did not want to sand at all. And I just cut it really close with the gouge. It didn't even like a negative rake scraper because it's so stringy. The negative rake scraper didn't even get along with it. But it does clean up really, really well. It came out really, really pretty. I put LMA to work sanding it. It was nice. So I know
Big
what it's...
White Wolf says, leaving a lurk.
All right, bud. I now know what it feels like to have an intern in the shop. It was nice. All right, let's see if we can't get through this dude.
Purple Daisy says errand time. Be back in a few.
All right, Purple. What time is it? 3? We probably got a couple more hours left in us. I think we're going to go to Lost Pizza tonight for dinner. Duck's not going to be here, so we're taking advantage of the fact we're only paying for 2. And the rest of the week will be leftovers. All right.
Warden again says LMA is a great intern.
She
Trouble is you
is.
can't cuss her lol.
Right? She'll just give you a strange look.
Gambit Mojo says that part looks like a boot mark.
Like a bookmark? I guess it does kind of like a bookmark.
Boot.
A boot mark.
Kenneth says I'm stocking up on one kind lager before it vanishes hee hee. LMA yells pinkies out.
Pinky's out. My pinky's not out, LMA. Only one person can truly master the pinky's out cut. And that is Miss LMA. I'm not
Kenneth
classy
says
like that.
LMAO.
Not classy like that. Pinky's out, or I couldn't stop saying. Every time we said Pinky's out, all I could hear is Ace Ventura. Laces out, Dad. Laces out. I gotta get past that bark piece.
Did I start something that night? Ha ha ha.
Still got a little bit. We'll run. We put a little more CA in that spot right there. While we run this in, I'm gonna run that up. I'm not sure if I want to do
Well, you was classy AF, so it need to be pinky out.
100%, Kenneth. You're not wrong, sir. You're not making anything up. How do I want to do this? I kind of like a little chunky up top, but I don't think I'm gonna do it because I got to remove all this here. Guess we're gonna do what we can do, right?
Warden again says, well, I'll say this for it. It will take a heavy cut.
It will. It definitely will. But it is stringy, man. It is definitely stringy, my friend. I just don't know if that bark's going to stay on there. That's what I'm getting rid of that bark.
Is it dense at all?
No, not very bad. Not terribly bad, bud. I think we're gonna see about leaving a little ledge right there. I don't know if I'll be able to do that with this being a hollow form green. I don't know. Because I'm gonna we're gonna finish turn it, and then I'll let it dry, and I'll just do the finished sanding. I don't know if I'll turn it again. Maybe I will. I don't know. Those pretty curls, though. Love those pretty curls. It cuts nice. I mean, it is a pleasure to cut. Smells a little funky, but it's not, definitely not the worst wood I've I really don't know about up here. I would love to leave a little shoulder rest looking thing right there. How close are we getting? Right there.
Ah hell, I am way too curious about something that will probably cause me to cuss profusely lol.
Warden, welcome to my world, bud. Welcome to my world, my friend. I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll share that picture that the Ruger's got of the finished one. And you can see what it looks like with just plain old sand and sealer on. I put sand and sealer and wax.
Slackatron asks, has this progressed into a potion bottle?
Well, it's going to be a hollow form vase. Is the direction we're going to go with it. Just a pretty little hollow form vase, a little bud vase. Well, at least I hope it's going to be pretty.
Gambit Mojo says getting closer.
Getting closer. We almost getting to Gambit. Getting closer. I just don't know how well this would stick. I know I got some elm that when it dried, it definitely stuck to the grain. I mean, stuck to the wood, but did really good. Uncle Traveling Mac. Oh yeah. Let's go.
Uncle Traveling Mac says Mac attack.
Mac attack. What's up, Uncle Traveling Mac? How you doing, bud? What you know, good me amigo?
Warden again says the grain is straight up fire though. Uncle Traveling Mac says good.
What were you doing today, Uncle Traveling Mac? I think I'm actually going to put Danish wool on this one here, just to see the difference so I can compare the two. We're saving it, y'all. And I'm going to let it dry, just dry naturally. If I get the right thickness and the end grain holds up, hopefully we won't have a crack. We shall
Doing
soon
what
find
I do
out.
best. Fail at games.
Fail at games. Let me get you a shout out, Uncle Trevor Mac. Y'all be sure to go check out my boy, Uncle Traveling Mac. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you, bud. We're trying to get this. This is green wood, Uncle Traveling Mac, and I'm trying to make sure this thing kind of holds together on me and does not crack out because it's steadily while I'm sitting here talking, this thing is literally drying. And we're trying to prevent this thing from self-destructing on us. So what we playing?
Iazzy.
Dungeon Defenders. Dungeon Defenders. Haven't played that. What do you think of the game? I think I will. I'll probably do the Sand and Cellar and then. You see,
It's a grind from hell.
It's a grind from hell, in a good way or a bad way. I'm gonna hit Sand and Cellar once it dries overnight. I'll hit it with Sand and Cellar, sand that off, and then I'll get most of it out, and then we'll probably hit it with a Danish show after that. This is where it gets really kind of weird. It's stringy. It's really hard to get a nice clean cut off this thing here.
Good. It's a AFK kind of game.
Is an AFK like you're away kind of game? Away from keyboard? Well, I do appreciate you, bud, man. Thank you so much for that raid. Sorry, I'm in full concentration mode right here. Trying to give that, tear out. Not tear out, the stringiness. I'm trying to prevent that stringiness.
Yeah, you can just put up stuff and not do much. Hee hee.
Oh, I got you. Okay. I got you. Think I'm following along? Let me get this outside kind of where I may have to take a pee break here in a minute. I gotta pee. All that coffee and water I drank this morning. Man, oh man.
What TTS program are you using?
I'm using Speak. Which one is it? It's I'll have to look, dude. Can you give me 1 second? I'll look. I'm using, the name of it is Speak Chat Bot R2. And just kind of like you got to be accepted into it. There's a Discord link that you can ask for access to it. I think it actually is going live now, but it's not like a normal, it's not like your chat bot. It's definitely different than your regular chat bot. I mean, if you want more, I can send you the link to the Discord that they use, and that's how they get all set up. That's how I got set up on it, and I don't mind pointing you in that direction.
Do it.
Okay. Hey, shoot me a DM, because I promise you.
Two-stepping says we back and eating.
Back and eating. All right, welcome back, Two-stepping. Yeah, I guarantee you I'll forget by the end of this stream here, Uncle Travel Max. So shoot me a DM, and I'll see if I can't get you the information you're looking for, bud. Did we get all that? That's, well, I still got a little bit, but that's not terribly bad. I'm not going to bitch about that too much.
Uncle Traveling Mac says I use TTS for many of my streams.
Do you? Okay.
Mr. Ruger says wife can get it for you.
Yeah, Miss Ruger can get it. I know the just a Discord link. That's how I got in on it. I kind of want to do something kind of cool with this top, but I'm just not sure what I want to do. Man, I wonder if I can get away with a long neck on this. I wonder if I can get
Spectre
away.
asks, is this going to be a hollow form?
Yeah, it will be, Spectre. I'm trying to decide if I want to do it as a, I mean, I'm seeing a vase in my head, dude. That cool little bud vase. Just don't know. It's getting close to decision time. I better make up my mind soon what I plan on doing. Trying to figure if I can get my gouge inside here